Yo, what it do, YouTube? It's me, Can't Stop a Money, and we are back inside the hyperbolic reaction chamber. And this is another reaction to Rwby. Yes, Rwby, Volume 6, Chapter 8. Alright, guys, when we last left off, we saw the flashback of the legend herself, Miss Calavera, back then, formerly known as the Grim Reaper. You know, she was exactly what she said. She was the Grim Reaper, reaping grim with dual scythes, and I love that weapon. That's the weapon that Crow based his weapon off of, and that Rwby based her weapon off of Crow, that based the weapon off of Calavera. Y'all know how they go. So yeah, that was great. So we got to see how she was back in the day. She was amazing. Combat skills, all of that. And yeah, the crocodile girl, the alligator crocodile-ish girl, she slashed Miss Calavera's, or the Grim Reaper's eyes out, I should say. She slashed her eyes out. You know, she can't use her silver eyes, which is probably why she wears those goggles now to help her see. And yeah, that was that right there. So we was also introduced to Jean's sister. I was just like, oh, okay. Yeah, here we are. This is Jean's sister. Wow. So I wonder what happens next, guys. And then they tried to go up there to the main part of August. They tried to go up there and they instantly got shut down. So yeah, that happened. Let's see what happens next, guys. So without further ado, the video will be played right here in this corner. This is Rwby, Volume 6, Chapter 8, titled Dead End. Right now. Yeah, that's where they stopped at.
Our orders are clear. The Mistral Atlas border is closed. Please, have a good day. A good day!
Hey, if you don't want to believe
Stiff ass.
General Ironwood.
General Ironwood.
General Ironwood, then fine. But look, we have Weiss Schnee with us, and we're trying to get her home safely.
Miss Schnee. Yes.
Approach.
There you go. Come on, best girl.
Very well. You may speak with our commanding officer. We will fetch her at once.
They're going, Crow. They're based off of somebody.
Kind of. Super weird. Yeah.
What's wrong?
Well, I may know this commanding officer.
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah, that's good, right?
Friend, then maybe she'd be more willing to help us.
I wouldn't exactly call us friends.
Oh.
Acquaintances?
Not quite.
Nah.
Former
Enemies?
That's the one.
Wait.
Yes, I come through here about once every 10 years to get my eyes checked up in Atlas. You bring outside cashews on one flight, and suddenly you're placed on the additional screening list for life.
You've got to be kidding me.
Now, let's not give up hope yet. Maybe she's dead.
That's what you hope for?
Introducing Special Operative Caroline Cordovan.
She's far from dead.
Which she-devil?
That's how y'all greet each other, huh?
Larger contraband to smuggle this time.
Oh, Cordo. You know, they say time changes people, but I see you've still got that stick right out.
Hello, Miss, my name is Rwby Rose, and I was wondering if you would hear us out about...
I've already heard what your other little friends had to say, Miss Rose. What are you doing back here? I thought I told you to leave!
And I told you...
That's why they...
Nice to see you again as well.
Nora.
Civilians are clearly incapable of comprehending the importance of our mission here in August. So allow me to say this slowly with smaller words. This base, that relay tower, the very safety of Argus are all gifts from the glorious kingdom of Atlas. And it is my duty to uphold them, as only I have the wit and tenacity for such a task.
Such wit! Such tenacity!
Or maybe Atlas just wanted to get you as far from the kingdom as possible.
You're just like those
Well, that too.
ingrates. This city wouldn't even be here if it weren't for our Atlesian ancestors. And what do we get in return? The entire world is ready
very
to put a
interesting.
knife to our throats.
Please, we know your kingdom had nothing to do with the fall of Beacon. We were there.
No one's happy about the Atlas borders or embargo, but I know General Ironwood is just worried. It's why we need to talk to
The general is no coward. Atlas is strong. If all the kingdoms plan to make us their enemy, then so be it. Atlas will prevail.
Sure.
Atlas will prevail!
Do you guys seriously have to do that?
If Miss Schnee has truly come to her senses and wishes to return to her family, then of course the Atlas military will escort her home. But the kingdom will not be responsible for her friends of questionable character.
Questionable.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means
These are all great characters. Did she go by herself
Oh yeah? Well,
or nothing?
your face looks like a big dumb boot.
Way to show her, Nora.
Adorable.
I don't...
Weiss, I told you we wouldn't leave your side for a second. We'll find a way to Atlas. Together.
There you go.
So, where are we going now?
Yeah, what's the plan?
The plan? The plan just got shut on our face 3 times over. I'm going for a drink.
Ugh.
Uncle Crow, I really think we should try and come up with something together.
What's his problem? It's not your fault we can't go on.
If he's gonna be a jerk, then we'll just come up with something without him. I mean, we've got Ozpin with us. He usually knows what to do.
What is it?
John!
Everything we did was for nothing!
That's not true.
Really? Because it sure does sound like it.
Oh.
If Salem can't be killed, then how are we supposed to win this?
That's the #1 question to everybody.
Wow.
How?
Great plan, everyone.
Look, none of this is great, we know. But we're not the bad guys here.
Are we sure about that?
What?
He's in your head, isn't he? Did you already know about this?
He didn't know any of it.
How much longer can we even trust him?
John!
Oh, John.
We even know it's really him! What if we've been talking to that liar this whole time?
John!
Oh my. Never saw that side of him like that. Just frustrated. Everything's just not going according to plan. Or at all.
Is he gonna be okay?
I don't know.
I think it would be best if we had some time to ourselves.
Maybe we could all use some space.
It's the last thing they need right now. It's all is everybody getting separated. Shit. Oh boy. I don't know.
Come on, please. Where are you?
You know, I came out here to avoid the yelling.
Sorry. The others went to get food for tonight.
Why not go with them?
I don't know. I don't know anything. What do I tell Jean and his team when we don't even have a plan? The Crow's out drinking, the Osmond hasn't come back, and even if he did, I don't know if I could trust him. And there's always Jin, but we only have one more question we can ask her. I feel like I'm letting everyone down.
You know, you don't give yourself enough credit.
Oh, thanks.
That wasn't a compliment.
What?
If I have to explain it to you, it'll just defeat the purpose. But if you're tired of not knowing anything, how about we discuss those eyes of yours?
Oh, yes, please.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I would
More.
be honored.
Love to know
Sit back
more.
down for Pete's sake. Let's start with what you do know. Tell me.
Barely anything.
People are supposed to be legendary warriors. Or something. And at the Fall of Beacon, I turned a giant wyvern into stone.
Oh boy.
Look,
There's so much more that she...
everything, I wouldn't be asking
Oh,
for
the...
help.
Yelling. It's not your fault. I had my father to teach me. And even he didn't have all the answers. But what he told me makes sense, given what I've seen.
Was he a huntsman too?
It wasn't really an official title back in his day. I only knew him as an old soldier and an excellent teacher. I never attended one of those fancy academies of yours, but I scored higher on the license exam than any other huntsman or huntress that day.
This came natural. Okay.
He must have been proud.
He would have scolded me for showing off. He'd never been able to find much information about our abilities. Just legends of warriors whose eyes shone like mirrors, reflecting the light of the world onto darkness.
Reflecting the light of the world on darkness.
That it made him cautious. How could such powerful bloodlines be so rare? Unless something was actively seeking to destroy them.
Salem.
I tried to keep my powers a secret, but as you know, it wasn't enough. I owe my life to my training and my semblance. At the end of the day, those are still your most powerful tools.
What is your semblance?
Yeah.
Reflexes.
Reflexes. That's why she was able to do all that in the last one.
Sense everything better than most and react to attacks almost before they happen.
Right, like, see?
With my training and secret ability to turn Grim to stone, or blind them, or vaporize them. And that's how you become the Grim Reaper.
That's how she was,
So,
it really
how
boosts
do I
her
raise any
reflexes.
monsters with my eyeballs?
First, you stop thinking like that. I want you to think of all the times you've triggered your powers. What did those moments have in common?
Despair, or almost
Scared
despair.
And stressed. Is it emotional? Like unlocking a semblance?
It's emotional, but more focused than that. Think. What is it you wanted?
To save them. To save everybody, or to save the
I wanted
moment.
to protect my friends.
Precisely. It is the desire to preserve life which fuels the light inside you. And make no mistake, it is light. Preservation is an extension of creation, or at the very least, an enemy of destruction. The creatures of Grimm were made by the god of darkness, but your light comes from his brother.
Right.
I know that.
I always knew how to use the light, but never why it only worked on the Grimm. Then Jin showed us her vision. Were you paying attention?
The same.
The god of light.
That dragon had.
His eyes.
Yeah, the dragon had silver eyes.
Okay. Where do
Cool. So cool.
Well, not here. The light will only work in the presence of Grimm, meaning the only practice you'll get will be a trial by fire. But what you can do is focus on creating a state of mind that you can tap into when you need it. Don't think of your light as a means of destroying evil, but as a way to protect the people.
Protect.
but
Protect
it
life.
can't be right. You said the light only reacts to Grim, but I used it during our battle at Haven. It reacted to Cinder.
She's half Grim.
Interesting. Perhaps there was something that you just weren't seeing?
Rwby!
She's part Grim, I should say.
Oh, hey, guys.
What's going on?
It's Oscar. He's missing.
Oh shit, just what they... Oh man, come on. Alright guys, there you have it. That was Chapter 8 of Rwby Volume 6. Okay, so, thanks to Miss Calavera, we got to understand more of the Silver Eyes now. So yes. Man, where to begin? Okay, where to begin? Alright, we'll start with the Silver Eyes. So yeah, we'll start with semblance first. Miss Calavera's semblance is reflexes. Razor sharp reflexes. Can predict moves before they even happen. You know, which is why she was just so OP, so good at combat in the episode in Chapter 7. Yeah. And just that one thing she just didn't see coming, you know, was the slash to the eyes. It was just so unexpected, I believe, or whatever. Maybe it's some kind of power that the alligator girl had, or something like that. But yeah, that's her semblance is reflexes. Even right now, she got reflexes. You know, she caught the fallen fruit or the fallen lemon, and yeah. Now the Silver Eyes. Now what could trigger, or what could trigger them? You know, the will to protect life. Not just defeat Grim. She said, don't think of it as just to vaporize Grim, just take Grim out. But think of it as just, you know, wanting to preserve or protect life. Protect whatever from dark. And yeah. So I looked at that dragon, I said, yeah, the dragon does have silver eyes and use the same thing, you know. And of course it only works against Grim. So they will have to do some training. So I would love to see Miss Calavera and Rwby go to like some kind of little standoffish area where there's Grim at, so she can train her and use. I would love to see that. Hopefully in this volume. And man, there's just so much. There's just so much to get to. There's just so much to get to in this volume. Do you think they'll make it to Atlas by the end of the volume? Because we still got Neo and Cinder out there. It's so much. How many chapters is this, guys? What is it, 14 or 12 or what is it? Yeah. It's just so much to get to. I just can't wait to see more. This Oscar is going missing now. Lord knows where he's at. Everybody's in their own little, you know, this spell of funk right now. Just they knowing about Salem being immortal and how they're going to be able to do this. They're getting frustrated because nothing's going their way. My boy John, you know, got frustrated. And now Oscar is missing. So, we'll see, guys. We will see. We will see. So, thank y'all for watching. You guys liked it. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new. And I'll be sure to see you all in my next one. Sayonara.